Um, you've had a common thread in a lot of your writings and your speeches about social problems and the lack of the PR executives taking responsibility um, to influence and inform corporate policy. Um, you, you've been a bit of a maverick in this area, and I was just wondering, has the industry made any headway now at this point in 2008 in changing that corporate conscience?
First of all, let me say that you couldn't grow up in the Depression and not be affected by a social awareness. And obviously, that's where I got mine, just experiencing it, not reading about it, but feeling it. Uh, the second part of your question, has the PR industry gone anywhere with social awareness? Uh, in terms of corporate policy, I think most PR people have withdrawn from that area completely and abandoned it to the communications function. I mentioned Walmart as a good example of a company that was doing something about it. I think there are quite a number of companies that have changed policies to be socially more sensitive. Uh, when the corporations failed to change their policies, the law forced by public opinion changed it for them. I'll give you an example. In 1950, when I was running the assignment desk at CBS Television News, uh, I hired what we then would have called a Negro, now African American employee, to work on the assignment desk assigning stories. Very well qualified guy. Well, afterwards, I was called in by the employment director, and I was bawled out like I will never forget. And I was told that the company was stuck. They couldn't fire him now, but they didn't want him in the first place. And why did I hire him? And if I ever did anything like that again, I'd be fired. Well, that was characteristic of the employment policies of most corporations in that period. Uh, and utilities across the country, the exclusions varied. They always excluded African Americans, but many of them excluded Catholics, some of them excluded Jews, some excluded Protestants. It was different everywhere, but there were all kinds of rules like that. The public opinion finally came not to tolerate anymore, and the law changed it for them. But I don't think public relations people played any role in that at all. I don't think public relations people have been sensitive to those things at all. Now, maybe I'm doing an injustice in it, but it's very few companies that have shown leadership in that respect, or there are many companies that have shown leadership, but it didn't come from the public relations people. It came from marketing people who said, "Hey, if we do so and so, we'll sell more products," or something like that.